Let me see if I can delete that.
Oh, there's news at the bottom of here. F News, franchise news. Jonathan Coachman at, let's see.
Let me see. Am I broadcasting right now?
From Jared Goff. Speaking of Jared Goff, they had a good game last game. Both quarterbacks, usually it's.
Check.
Never. This nigga growled. Oh shit.
Yo.
Alright, let me
Alright, let's get it.
Okay, so I can hear you guys on here. Let's see.
The Seahawks and Cowboys about to play in an hour.
Nice.
Ooh, hopefully they finish by the time we're done talking our talk points. That way we can get a recap on them.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and check your messages, Jay. That's gonna help you in life.
Okay, hold on.
My girl ain't text me back. She mad at me.
Oh.
I was supposed to come over yesterday, but I said, nah, I'm too tired.
Too tired, and that's why she's cheating on you with your best friend.
Oh, I wish you would.
Shit.
I'll just leave her ass then. Fuck it. I'm not.
Alright, guys. We're live.
We're live.
Shit.
Alright, guys. Welcome to the podcast. Here on the Madden Lab with your host. Jay is gone. Fast, and Savage Pappy. We're gonna get into this podcast, and right off the bat, we're just gonna start talking about the recent playoff games. Let's see. Let's move on to that. I was still in that other league. Hold on.
It's okay. I have it up here right now.
You got it right now.
You want me to go?
Yeah. I mean, just what do y'all want to start with? What do you want to start with? Fast.
Well, we're most definitely. We stopped off at the We was gonna start with the Green Bay Packers, right? That was the first game played.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into that. If y'all saw the stream, everybody go check it out. There's a link in the Discord. If you've already seen it, you just saw the shit show that happened. Aaron Rodgers came off just not playing his best game. Can you guys chime in on that real quick?
Yeah, I watched that game, man, and Aaron Rodgers with 5 picks, no touchdowns, man. I expect more from Aaron Rodgers, especially it being Aaron Rodgers, but he's known to choke during the playoffs, so I'm not surprised at the moment. Dak Prescott, he had an okay game with like 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, A lot of people getting picks.
Yeah, it was definitely an ugly game. What do you think, Andy?
Yeah, he was 20 out of 29, so his completion rating was at 60%. So, yeah, 5 of those picks, were deadly. Turnovers win you games. So.
And I was watching these. Oh, sorry.
No, all I can say, whoever has the most turnovers. Whoever it's all about ball management. So the Cowboys really did take advantage with those interceptions, even though the game was ugly.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it surprisingly, Green Bay had 13 minutes of time possession over 10 minutes for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But those turnovers did seem costly. They proved it right there in that game.
Yeah.
Can we check the red zone possessions for both of them?
Yeah, I believe we can.
They're both at 60% in the red zone.
Yeah, they both scored in the red zone.
It's just the turnovers.
The
That's what got
turnovers
him.
is much.
Turnovers were key.
Especially
Yeah,
with Green
turnovers are
Bay, I
key.
felt like the Green Bay user was very unaware for the open players. Like there was two possessions. Even me and the Rams user were talking about it in the live stream. There was a possession where there was a wide open tight end for the drag route, and he threw it right to the middle linebacker
Yeah, it
on the
was
other
crazy.
side.
I did see that play, and being that you're watching the game, you wish you could just take control and be like, dude, that guy was
Yeah,
open. I would have hit him on that. Like it would have changed the game
exactly.
drastically. But
And it wasn't like he was down during that game. I mean, that
exactly.
play. He was just down by a touchdown. It was near the red zone. It was at the red zone, as a matter of fact. He didn't have to
Yeah,
go for a deep bomb at all. Like, I would take the safe choice. It was still first. It was like first and 10, I think.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
he didn't have to do none of that.
in my opinion, I don't know if it's you guys also, but when I'm live streaming a game and I got people I see up on there, there's 3 or 4 people watching, I get nervous.
Oh,
So
and
when I'm playing,
most
I'm like, oh
definitely.
shit, like these guys are gonna watch me fuck up, and I'm not gonna do what I need to, and it's another level of mind game, especially
It
being a away team or anything, streaming.
it throws you off.
A little
Definitely.
Most
bit.
definitely. And some people I know they don't like, you pretty much exposing the way you play, your offense, your
Mhm.
plays, what you like to run, but hey, it's all about game film, just like in real NFL football. They study week in and week out, and I want to encourage more people to stream their games so that could be an advantage for whoever you have to play. So let's say you're playing the Packers, he liked, running out of, gun bunch and,
Yeah,
trips, not trying to put his stuff out there, but he likes to run 3 wide receiver sets, on
Yeah.
offense.
Exactly.
And I really think with the running backs they had, they didn't utilize them far enough. Their offensive rushing for Green Bay was only 29 yards, and you have Aaron Jones, which is a stud running back, and you got Jamal Williams, sorry,
Jamal
which is a
Williams.
good chase and pace guy. But on the other
Yeah, and
side,
he
you
didn't get
got
any carries that game at all.
no carries. Then you had Zeke, which I think he came through for big plays, but I really think he really should have gave him the ball more. I don't think he had enough touches. Let me actually go look at his
Yeah, I was gonna
carries he
ask you
had.
guys these stats. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott kind of put the team on his back as far as the offensive side of the ball. Um, had 10 carries, 44 yards, 1 tutty, and then he had 2 receiving tutties on the game, also 4 receptions, 82 yards.
yeah.
He kind of did his thing on the offense. Blake Jarwin with that corner route, end zone touchdown for the in the red zone actually.
Yeah.
Um, had another big game, 7 receptions for 116 yards.
But if
Um,
you think of it, you, if the if the passing wasn't working, the passing offense, you would expect, like, for instance, if you see that Aaron Rodgers was throwing like 5 picks, you would like,
yeah,
oh, if the score is like this, you would expect something from the run game, and Aaron Jones was just getting shut down each possession. Each
definitely. And
possession was getting shut.
I think the head coach of the Green Bay Packers kind of I mean, he didn't do what he needed to do as far as prepping for the game. I feel. Um,
Mm,
he didn't put his offense or defense in the best position to play or the best position to win. Um, and it's the playoffs. Big things happen in the playoffs if you're ready for them.
most
Um,
definitely.
And
but
I was thinking, this game has been delayed for like it was two days, so I know both of them just wanted to get through the game and get it over with. So, they probably weren't mentally prepared to play, and they're probably just just having one of those nights. I've seen Green Bay, play pretty good, so I think he just had an off night. The Cowboys, came to win and took advantage with every turnover. He took
oh,
advantage.
definitely. But nonetheless, it's still a fun game to watch if you like turnovers and really a defensive game. Uh, but yeah, I
Cowboys
mean,
going Super Bowl. No cap, don't at me. Cowboys winning it all.
yeah,
Let's not trust what he says. What happened to
yeah.
the Jags?
Yeah, exactly. And we've seen that. We've seen our predictions, fall through. Especially when it comes to these users. We're not really set on who they are yet. Coming to this league, you never really know who's who, and you don't know what to expect from these players, especially being, we really didn't see the Jags making it this far, just with the team that they had. Their defense was amazing, but taking the helm at quarterback with Gardner Minshew, it's not something you expect. Um, but there is a turn of events when it comes to that. Um, it's like Nick Foles led his team to a Super Bowl win against the
Big
Patriots
Dick
that year.
Nick, that's what I like to call him, man.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely good to see these users utilizing what they have. Um,
Yeah.
but definitely a lot to see in this next coming season.
Season 2 is gonna be legit, man. I got high hopes for this league, and I
Um,
really think everyone in this league
Yes,
could be playoff
Definitely.
contenders.
everybody,
Everybody,
honestly.
yeah, especially in your division, Andy. You said you were what 12-4. Um, what's it
12
called?
and 4, then the Broncos were 10 and 5,
10-5.
and
Raiders ten and
10 and
six.
5, 10 and 6. Everyone was above 500
On my deep,
except that bottom team, which I forget who's in that bottom team.
my shit is stacked as a motherfucker. Especially if that Jets user was the
Oh
first
yeah.
Jets user. He was very good. Especially if he was still in the league. My division
Oh
would have been
yeah.
stacked because we had the Dolphins who were like 9-6. If I didn't beat him, he would have probably made the playoffs. We had
Mm.
the Patriots user who's going to the Super Bowl 10-6. Me 11-5.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
especially so like I'm taking a look at a division and right off the bat in the AFC North, Bengals 11-5, Browns 11-5, Ravens 10-6. All three teams made the playoffs. Um, AFC South, Jaguars at 11-5. They were the only team to make the playoffs from that division. Like you said, your division, Otto, the Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets. Like
yeah,
you said, that first game of the season with the Jets facing the football team kind of blew them out 55 to like 7, I believe,
yeah.
which was not heard of, especially coming from a Jets team. But I mean, these divisions are loaded with players that have talent, and this next season is going to kind of bring it out of them, especially with the free agency, the rookie incoming class, and definitely exciting to see. Um, what do you guys think about that? I mean, I'm excited for season two. I know a lot of
I'm
people are
really
ready
excited.
ready for season two. Um,
Is there any players you think that might come out their shell season 2? Like any users you think
um,
that we had got to look out for?
I do have a
I
top five, list of user teams, but let's actually just finish these playoff teams real quick. Let's get through this recap, and then because that's another thing we want to get into,
Gotcha,
top
gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
five and
gotcha.
bottom five for the next season. Um, and if y'all want to, we can get into this Patriots Jags game. Um,
almost definitely. This was the game for the ages, man. Honestly, this might be the best playoff game that we've seen because most of the games that we've seen was either like blowouts or like a little comeback. You know what I mean? Like a little
exactly.
mixed in there. But this was actually a competitive game towards the like end. Like, you see in the fourth quarter, no team scored. This was
Yeah,
a competitive game, and we predicted that the defense was going to come up big, but we didn't predict the score was going to be like this. Both offense came to play this game. With Jared Goff 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, Gardner Minshew 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. So I love to see it.
I'm looking at the
oh,
box
definitely.
score right now,
Yeah, I
and
was gonna ask you
the
guys, is that stuff adding up for you? In
um
my box score,
the
it shows 14-8 for New England. That does not equal 42. I mean, it
Yo, hold
must
on,
be
what the
something
fuck? Hold on.
going on
Yo,
right
yeah,
there. You know what I mean? I didn't
yo,
know if
that
that
I
was
was
just
so
me.
confused.
yeah, because I was
Uh,
looking at that. It doesn't look like that must be a glitch.
yeah, it might
So I
be
mean,
glitchy.
let's
Um,
go player stats. Let's see who caught touchdowns.
yeah.
Uh, Minshew had 3 touchdowns.
And let
Goff
me
had
let,
four
let me just say
touchdowns.
this right now off the bat. Jared Goff has been playing amazing this playoffs.
Most
He's been
definitely.
putting in the work. Not many people thought to see him in the playoffs after that season with the Rams. But he's just been playing amazing. Just my opinion.
Put
The
some
Rams.
Oh my, I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. I was gonna say put some respect on some, Gardner Minshew, which
Oh,
some people might
definitely.
not even think he's what. Who's he? He's the Bud Light freaking boy of the year. I
The
don't know what he
beard.
does.
He's got that
Yep.
stash, man, and it goes well
He
with his
got
character.
he got that Joe Montana swag. That I
Definitely.
think the
Yeah.
league needs to bring back. He's like the bad boy of the league. You know what I mean?
Oh, for
Between
Yeah.
sure.
him and Baker, so it's the battle of the beards. But yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
But yeah, no, yeah,
He had a good game.
I definitely doubted Gardner Minshew. I did not expect him to play good this season, but man, has he up showed me up, in that point of view.
And the thing is, this team did something that the defending champions as well as a potential champion this season couldn't do. Actually be competitive with this great secondary in New
Definitely.
England. If it wasn't for that onside kick, I'm pretty sure they were 8 seconds away from winning this game,
Oh,
in
definitely.
my
The story
opinion.
would have been a completely different side. Um,
Completely different.
but that's just playoffs. That's a playoff for you.
Yeah.
Never know what to expect. Uh, and the Patriots
And
got
the
the dub.
craziest thing is the Patriots actually made it to the Super Bowl without Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who would have thought we would be saying those words?
In
Um,
2020.
once Tom Brady kind of left the Patriots and their signing of Cam Newton in the offseason, I was very high on Cam Newton. I wanted him to do good, especially the way the Panthers kind of did him dirty. Uh, but hey, Jared Goff pulled it up, and he took the reins of the franchise, and that's their guy. Um,
But here's the question: do you think he could do it again next year, or is it like a 1 year wonder, type thing,
well,
like as a Nick Foles type?
we did see their salaries and the players that they kept. Most of their team is intact, and they did still have 20 million cap space. Um, so I'm thinking this team, might still be able to carry on to next season what they
Oh,
did
of
this
course,
year.
I know this team most definitely will carry it on. But I'm talking about Jared Goff as an
Oh, as
individual.
an individual. Okay.
Yeah,
You know what? What I'm gonna say on that is I hope he does. You know, I really like to see him perform well and get the praise he deserves. Um,
yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I do see him, you know, being a top quarterback in the league next year, and hope to see that happening.
Same, honestly. I feel like he been gone through a lot. But
Definitely.
how about Gardner Minshew? Because he's kind of in the same boat as Jared Goff,
Oh
as
yeah,
like one
definitely.
of those quarterbacks that we didn't expect it from.
Yeah, and we saw that when they signed Nick Foles in the offseason, and hoping um, to be the guy for them, but they ended up trading to Chicago. But
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew definitely, I do expect him to keep on the rise, especially after this season. He might hit a dev trade, or I think he actually does have a dev trade, if I'm not mistaken.
Who
Um,
we talking about? Minshew?
Minshew,
Gardner,
yeah.
yeah.
I think he might be a superstar. I'm not too sure.
Okay, okay.
Are you checking on that? Or you want me to look?
Yeah, you know what? Go check on that.
I'll look right now.
But yeah, definitely, I feel like these two quarterbacks in this playoff game will definitely keep their talents going next season.
Most definitely.
That's
Um,
that's that's competition for us.
yeah, in the AFC.
Very,
Savage. That's competition right there. So hey, I like
big
competition. I
competition.
can't wait. I'm excited.
No, yeah, it
So
was definitely good to see some competition in the AFC. Um, NFC is kind of might not be as competitive, but I feel
Yeah,
like with these new users,
new
it's gonna
users.
be really good to see what happens in the NFC.
I can't wait to see what that new Just user and that new Giants user would do. They
Oh,
both,
definitely, definitely, it's good.
and
especially
It's
that Just user. I like his confidence in
oh
choosing a
yeah,
team that's not.
oh yeah.
Love
oh
to
yeah,
see
Um,
it.
to answer your question, Jay, he's
yeah.
a superstar dev. He is a 81 overall.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, if you go look at all his stuff, he's been stacking up his stats all season.
Oh,
Well
definitely.
deserved. Yes,
Um,
sir. Well
and
deserved.
that's good to see. The user used his dev trait for Gardner Minshew, and it's paying off. They made it to the conference championships. It is no light, no shade in that at all. It's hard to make it in these
Cinderella
playoffs.
story that got crushed early.
Here's the thing though, like
Definitely.
if we're talking about Gardner, like I don't like comparing like NFL to NBA, but like we could kind of do it just like
Yeah.
how Chris Paul. Nobody
Oh,
expected Chris Paul to do what he did, and he got
definitely.
traded to the Phoenix Suns because his value went up after a good
Oh
season.
yeah.
Do
No
you
one
think
expected
that
him to
if the
make the
Jags,
playoffs.
yeah, do you think if the Jags were to trade Gardner to like a team that's well needed of a quarterback as a football team? I feel like I keep bringing them up every podcast, but like it is the truth. They need a
No, yeah,
quarterback.
definitely. I mean, there's a lot of QBs on watch list right now. I mean, we
Yeah,
never know what to expect in this league.
especially with an
People
unpredictable league like this that traded Matt
definitely.
Ryan to the Bears.
Yeah,
Crazy.
exactly. So you never really know what to expect. But it's definitely something we're gonna keep an eye out for. Um, and then for all these players, all these, quarterbacks in this league, any position really, we want to see them to go to a team that's gonna be utilized. We want
Yeah.
them to be putting in this work for this upcoming season. We want to see these players do good. Um, but when it comes down to it, there's only got to be one team that wins it all. Um,
Most definitely.
but
I got some breaking news right now.
uh-oh,
The Bears user is actually texting me right now, and he wants to get in the pod right now.
get in the pod. Is that
Oh.
kind of insider trading? Um, texting behind the league's back. But
Um,
no, I'm just kidding.
I don't
Wish
know.
I could.
I mean, we could
I
definitely
mean
try to
it.
squeeze them in, but we got these things to get taken care of first. I know the
Yeah.
viewers wanna join in. We're kind of doing something different with this podcasting. Especially with the Bills starting this whole thing. Props to the Bills user Otto right here in this party.
Exactly.
Thanks, bro.
Man, he
Savage
definitely
Pappy over here,
Savage
man. This
Pappy,
is the
man.
guy.
He's putting in that work, and that's something we definitely like to see. But yeah, I mean, we'll definitely have users getting into the pod. Um, we've already got a short list starting. Um, and
With special
it's
guests.
special guests. Yeah, definitely.
We got the Eagles user, that wants to get in. We got the Rams user, we got the Bears user. So, if y'all want to get in the pod, shoot us a message on
Yeah, definitely.
Discord,
And
and
we're gonna try to
and
keep this
we could
thing
talk about and break down your team, and we
definitely.
could have predictions.
And then just based, any questions that we have for you that you have for us, we definitely want to hear them. So go ahead and leave a comment. I see a couple guys watching the stream now. Shout out to you guys.
Shout outs,
Um,
bro.
yeah, definitely. No free shout outs, but shout out to the boys. Y'all keeping up with us. Y'all looking at the stream and y'all keeping this thing going. Um,
Yes, sir.
but back to these stats, man. Jared Goff at 413 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Um, one of the best performances in the playoffs, probably I've seen. Um, you know, what do you got? You got anything on that, Andy or Otto?
Uh,
That's pretty solid because I know when me and the Pats played, he played very, conservative. He relied more on his run game than his passing game. That's probably because he was exposing my sorry run defense. And
Yeah,
yeah, I
definitely.
mean, I'm
And
looking
that,
at the stats right now, and the Jags only allowed him to rush for 25 yards.
oh yeah.
And I know when he played me, he had over 90. So
Well, you got to
the
think about it
Jags,
too. The Jags front seven is deadly. I mean, those guys are getting
who's
after the
out there?
ball.
Josh Allen, right?
Josh
Josh Allen,
Allen,
Miles
Miles
Jack.
Jack,
Who else is over
that
there?
other linebacker they picked up in the offseason. Man, Jake Ryan, I think his name.
Oh, yeah, that used to play for the Browns.
Yeah,
That middle linebacker,
yeah. What
he's
is
a
it called?
stud.
Yeah, he's definitely good. And then that D line with what is no Calais Campbell's not on there anymore. Let's see, Taven Bryan, who was a big undersized D tackle coming into that D line. They got Maurice Alexander. Just a good front seven for that team. Very utilized. Quincy Williams at the left outside linebacker position. Um, but back to that performance from Jared Goff. Did you have anything on that, Otto?
Well, Jared Goff, he impressed me very much this playoffs. He impressed me to the point where I could call him one of those elite quarterbacks. I don't want to say it early as like he's a one of the best. Like that's impossible. But I feel like if he continue this in the off season, I mean not the off season, the regular season, which in great management as the New England user, I feel like he'll be one of those the greatest.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, what do you guys think about Gardner Minshew's performance in this playoff game?
He got to show me. Gardner Minshew, he showed me a lot this playoffs, and I love everything that he did. If I look at his stats this season, let me pull it up while somebody else talk. I was just
Yeah. How do you think about his performance, Andy?
We're talking about Gardner.
Yeah,
yeah.
Gardner Minshew.
Sorry, I was over here ordering food. It's dinner time over here at the household.
I guess you.
Yeah, Gardner played. He played solid. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Good pass. Pass rating was pretty high.
Yeah, he did his thing.
I
He
like the
showed
the
out.
the Jags. Yeah, the Jags really. They're a balanced team.
Yeah, especially in this game, with Chris Thompson carrying the ball 13 times for 74
Which
yards.
is not a name you really see out there. Instead
Exactly.
of giving into that rookie, you know, uh, James
James
Robinson, which
Robinson.
is a power back,
Yeah.
more like I describe him more like who's a good power back that's out there?
Might be a young Josh Jacobs emerging out of his
That's who I was
shell.
thinking.
He had one rush for 9 yards. Was very excited to see what he could do in this game, especially being a young up and coming player. Uh, you know, was just expecting more from him. Did you
But
have the stats on Gardner?
yeah, he had over 4,000 yards in passing,
Oh, man,
30 touchdowns, not 19 picks.
which
But
is
I
not
feel like
bad.
he could, yeah. But the thing is, he's getting sacked way too much. So I think the focus this offseason for the Jaguars is try to get the offensive line in check. I feel like
Uh,
if the offensive
yeah.
line is in check, they could go far, especially with DJ Clark being on that team.
Oh, definitely. If that, I mean, I feel like that's just a missing piece they needed. Um, as far as anything, and it could have gone a different way for them. They could have finished
Yeah,
out the game with the W. With no sacks on either side of the ball, was definitely expecting more, especially from that high-powered defense at New England, and also on
exactly.
the Jaguars. You know, but there were tackles for loss split between both teams. One and one and one, for most of them, but um, it was very. I mean, I wish we would have got to see the game.
I was honestly expecting more like okay, this game, even though it was a great game, I'm really disappointed in Miles Jack and as well as Josh Allen. Those are the
Their premier
one of the
defensive
best.
guys.
Yeah, their defense, their defenders, they were brought in to go at the quarterback, and the quarterback not being sacked once, I believe in this
Oh
game. Was he sacked?
no,
Yeah, not being sacked once is disappointing
and
because like
especially being not even just not having any sacks, but Josh Allen and Miles Jack combined for one tackle, and that's pretty much it for their stats. I mean, they didn't really
exactly.
do anything this game.
They
With
really and they're like the leaders of this offense. I mean, this
yeah,
defense as well. So
especially this young defense that they're trying to build around. You expected the leaders to
exactly.
kind of show up and set the tone for that team. Um,
Yeah.
but hey, hats off to the Pats for securing that W, and they're moving on.
You got anything to add on, Andy?
Oh no, sir, no, sir. Let's just hope the Pats is ready for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, now
And
we're just waiting on the Seahawks and Cowboys, which is definitely another game that we want to see. Um, What do you guys? What are your predictions for those games? Give me some score breakdowns. What do y'all think?
I got the Cowboys. I'm gonna go Cowboys. But since I'm actually last game I was close to being right with the score deficit, but I'm gonna go Cowboys 30 to like 17.
Oh, okay, okay. I like
Yeah,
that. I like that. What do you got, Andy?
yeah.
Let me I got to see. Hold on, I'm looking at the score. I got to see what the Seahawks
Okay,
scored
so
his last game. Oh, against you. Okay.
against me. Um,
No shots. I was just curious. I think this game is gonna be. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a low score game. I'm gonna say 21-31.
21-31. That does not sound like a low score game, but definitely. And then you're giving that to the Cowboys?
Yo, yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just be the devil's advocate and say I'm going for the Seahawks. Let's just say I got them winning 24-21 against the Cowboys, pulling off a slim upset. Um, and then, yeah, I mean, we're ready to see that game happening. Hopefully they can stream it. If not, we'll just do a recap afterwards.
Yes, sir.
Um, and up next, we
Wait,
got.
before we end
Okay,
it,
yeah, yeah.
I just want to give a special shout out to the strong safety on that New England secondary.
Oh, the
Uh,
Devin
The
Duggar.
McCourty.
rookie.
Oh,
The
Yeah,
rookie.
Duggar. Okay, okay.
rookie.
Duggar.
Yeah, he been performing these past 3 games, having
Oh, yeah.
over 7 picks in this
Sheesh.
playoffs. So
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely
shout out to
crazy.
him.
Um, yeah, shout out to him, especially being a rookie, just showing up in the playoffs and performing for his team. Definitely something you like to see, especially picking him. What was it at the end of the first round or the second round, I think? Um,
Yeah, it was towards the. It was like in that middle.
yeah, it was a surprising pick, definitely, especially coming from I want to say he was coming from a D2 school. Uh, but he performed. So let's go ahead and get into these upcoming rookie class, um, which we'll go over to that different league. Just we started another league just so we can see these combine grades ahead of time and probably give you guys a little insight as to what's to come.
Bet.
Um,
So
so
you're
let's get
welcome, listeners.
yeah. If you're joining this podcast or
Seahawks.
you're
Seahawks said him and the Cowboys are going to play pretty soon, so looking forward to
okay.
that one.
Sweet.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, if you're watching this podcast, definitely a treat for you guys checking out these rookies and their combine grades, which will be shown to everyone once they get sent to that week. But we like to give a little bit extra. Um,
Yeah, a
so
little
All right.
prediction on who everybody's going to pick.
so right now, as it stands, we got the 49ers coming in with the number one pick. Um, what do you think? What's this team needs, and what do you think they're gonna choose?
Trevor Lawrence.
I
Trevor
think they need a
Lawrence.
quarterback, and that's really the only thing they need. That team is very young, with Debo, with Brandon Ayukin, that's what I like to call him, and George Kittle, and that speedy running back, Raheem Mostert.
Yeah,
And we were talking about the last pod if they're gonna re-sign Tevin Coleman or Jared McKinney. They're both aging, but they're both some good value because
Yeah,
that wear and
definitely.
tear on one back is not gonna do good unless he drafts a running back. So
yeah.
I think they need a quarterback. Trevor Lawrence
Yeah, definitely.
is
Trevor
is going
Lawrence.
first.
Yeah. And do you guys think this man will be up for a trade for the number one pick? I mean, what do you guys think?
I don't think so. Jimmy G is trash.
Jimmy G.
Yeah, Jimmy
Yeah.
Drew. Yeah.
I
Trust
mean,
me.
they
I
could
I
they
I
they could trade down and select one of the other five QBs that's going off in the top 10,
it
and get some value. I mean, it's just throwing it out there.
it just depends. I really don't know. Some of these new users that join the
Yeah,
league.
definitely. It's very, very up in
Um,
the air right now. But if,
I
like you said,
believe.
go ahead.
Well, the reason why I believe Trevor Lawrence is like a scheme fit for them is, as we said, with Debo being on that team, he's a speedy receiver, and like George Kittle, they need somebody that got arm that could throw to
Hmm.
those people. And throwing power for Trevor Lawrence is at a 94, which is good. So he
Yeah,
could only
definitely.
grow from that one.
Uh,
So yeah,
and
Oh,
Trevor Lawrence,
wow.
he performed in college. He's taken his team to multiple championships,
and
and
he's only 21.
he's only 21, correct. And in 49ers, they got a pretty decent offensive line, so he's going to be thrown into the wolves. He'll be protected, and that's pretty much a solid choice, probably the only choice for the 49ers
Yeah.
this upcoming draft. Um, Going on, I mean, did you guys want to add anything to that? Do you guys have a surprise pick that you
Nah,
might choose?
I most definitely agree with the 49ers that team, being the team that draft Trevor Lawrence. Like Trevor Lawrence, we already know he's going number one. So any team, like, be honest, who would pass up on the next generation superstar as
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Trevor
My
Lawrence?
my neck my out there pick, my oddball. If let's say 49ers pick up a Cam Newton in a free agency, and don't doesn't need a quarterback, and Richard Sherman
Mm,
is on his contract year, they might go DB, and there's some pretty good
Oh,
DBs out there, so
that's a good take
they
right
might do
there.
that.
Patrick Surtain going at number 10. Um, Very
Caleb
solid corner.
Fairley,
Caleb Fairley from
another.
Virginia Tech performed this college season, even though it was a short season, going on with the COVID.
wait, who?
Um, Caleb Fairley for Virginia Tech.
The
Um,
cornerback.
yeah,
Yes,
cornerback.
sir.
But that's a good
Oh,
take right there.
there's
They
a
could take a.
lot of DBs in this first round. So I'm just
Yeah,
saying
definitely.
they could always get a quarterback in a free agency,
No, I dig that.
and
That's a
rock
that's
with
a
a
good
DB.
take. Um, but yeah, moving on. Titans got the number 2 pick. Where do you guys seeing them go?
I
Honestly, oh, you go ahead.
I was gonna say Titans earlier in the chat was asking, and they're willing to trade their first round pick for offensive linemen. So
Hmm.
Oh,
if the price is right, I think he might trade it for offensive linemen. So that means he is rocking with Derrick Henry and he wants to build around
Ryan.
that guy.
And
That's
Ryan
what I was
Tannehill.
just about to say.
Yeah.
If he could keep that pick and go for Penny Swell
Yeah,
from
Penei
Oregon, the
Sewell
left
from
tackle,
Oregon. Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
If I
20
mean,
years old at age.
yeah, that's definitely probably the number 1 tackle going off in the draft class.
Most
He's
definitely.
very listed high at number 5. That's what they got Madden to get him. Madden has him going at 5 in the class. Um, Definitely a solid left tackle. If they are trying to, trade
Cowboys are
for.
playing right now as we speak, guys.
Oh, okay,
Breaking news.
okay,
Okay, breaking
nice. Are they
news.
live streaming?
Yes, as we
Oh,
speak.
I gotta put the live stream on right
yeah,
now.
okay. I was gonna say, did any of y'all want to?
I'm just gonna put it on the side. We're gonna
Gotcha, gotcha,
continue with the
gotcha.
podcast.
We continue.
Um,
But I was gonna say if they keep that pick, I know they signed Clowney, but I mean that Titans defense isn't as good as you think they are. So I think if they keep that pick, I know they want to, build that line, but they could get someone in the free agency for the cheap. And if I was the Titans, I would make that defense more deadly. Just
oh
just just
yeah,
just that
especially.
just the style of play they are. It's a run first type of team. I don't know the user personally, but Derrick Henry's a beast, and if you're not feeding this man at least 15 carries a game, you're not doing the right thing with that team.
Yeah, they definitely could go DB or secondary. Not knowing his user, I think he'll just pick the safe pick and go Justin Fields and try to trade off Ryan Tannehill. But I mean, that's
Oh,
just my guess.
It just depends whoever wants to pick up that contract, because
Yeah,
Tannehill's getting paid.
Tannehill's getting paid, but he's an 87 overall at 30 years old. I believe. Uh, but if I was the Titans front office, I'd have to weigh the options. Do I want Justin Fields to take the helm and start a franchise and try to build off of him, with Derrick Henry in the backfield, or do I try to, you know, like you said, draft a left tackle and then just try to make it to the playoffs and get it done with Ryan Tannehill at the helm?
yeah. That that
Oh man! And if you guys are watching the Seahawks game, Chris Carson just
Seahawks just
ran it.
scored.
all the way for a touchdown. Did
Holy
not see how
man.
long that was, but oh, that was a screen
That was
pass.
a
Okay,
screen pass.
guys, go check out
Oh,
that live stream if you want to check out
special
some
Starting off
film.
early.
guest, special guest over here. We got the old bag over here, aka my old lady, aka
Why'd you call me an old bag?
it's
Yeah.
for the pod. I don't want people knowing your real name. You want people knowing your real name?
No, but why am I an old bag? You could
It's
have
a,
called me ball and chain. An old bag? That's what you think of me?
uh,
uh.
anyway,
Anyways, yeah, special guest. That's that.
uh,
That's my lovely lady over there.
How you doing?
um, so
Well,
yeah, you got anything
guys,
else
I'm
for the
gonna.
Titans users?
No, sir. I have
Oh,
to go. I have to go get some food, but I mean, if you're still in a pod, I will. I'll come back, but I have to go.
Okay,
Duty calls.
gotcha.
But
Uh,
I am gonna I'm gonna watch while I'm getting my food. So
okay,
I'll be out
so
there supporting.
sweet.
that.
All right, Otto. I guess we're moving to the Steelers, and that is a user also.
Yeah.
Where do you see them going with their pick at number
Well,
3?
with Ben Roethlisberger potentially retiring, I think Justin Fields is most definitely going to be that pick for the
Yeah,
Steelers user,
definitely, and
without a doubt.
that's with the Titans taking Penei Sewell at
Wow,
number
they came
2.
back with them.
Did
They
they?
scored a touchdown off a run.
Sheesh.
Wow.
Oh, I'm
Yo, this
glad.
game is good.
This is gonna be a good recap. Uh, but yeah, back to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely where I see them going with their third pick if Titans decides to take Penei Sewell at number 2. Justin Fields just had an outstanding year with Ohio
Very
State.
good year.
You know, as you take a look at his combine report, 7.2 combine grade in the combine. This guy just showed up on the field and at the combine. Definitely a top pick, and he's listed at 21 years old, 223 at 6 foot 3 inches.
And the thing is, his speed is at a 86, which is actually good for a rookie quarterback. You know, not the best speed in the draft, but like
No,
he
yeah,
has
definitely. I believe that's how fast Deshaun Watson is, if I'm not
yeah
mistaken. So you're definitely getting a player of that caliber, especially being he's at a scrambler quarterback.
yeah.
Um, it's definitely going to be exciting to see, especially with that Steelers offense, and how that user
Most
decides to
definitely.
do it.
He have the
Um,
third best speed in the draft
yeah,
as a quarterback, not other position.
yeah,
Number one
definitely.
is King, which he's not gonna get drafted until like maybe 6, 7 round. But yeah,
Yeah. Um, so yeah, I believe Steelers take Justin Fields at 3, and
but here's the
sounds like
thing: do you think they're gonna put weapons around him, or you think they're gonna keep
ooh,
Juju? Like what with the
um
wide receiver core?
with their team, I mean, we did see Juju Smith going into free agency. I mean, they do have Chase Claypool. They do have, I believe, Deontay Johnson and a young receiver also. Um,
Yeah,
I mean, that receiving core, I mean, we'll see. There's a lot of receivers in this draft class. Um,
whole
it's
lot.
going to be crazy to see what the Steelers decide to do with their second round pick. But yeah, they got Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, and James Washington being that receiver trio for the Steelers. Um,
Yeah,
I mean, that might be enough for Justin Fields. He turns guys into superstars and he helps them get paid in the draft. Um,
most definitely.
so definitely going to be exciting to see what the Steelers decided to do with their number 3 overall pick. Um, but moving on to the Falcons. Where do you see them going with their 4th
Well,
overall pick?
I would say quarterback, but as they just traded away Matt Ryan, so
Yeah,
Julio Jones isn't he a free agent, right?
yeah, he's gonna be a free agent this offseason.
If he don't sign, I think they most definitely have to start off with a quarterback. So
Hmm.
with the fourth pick, right? The
Yeah,
fourth
fourth pick.
pick, I see them. I absolutely see them drafting Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. Oh yeah, definitely a solid quarterback coming out of BYU.
Yes.
Um, third fastest quarterback in the game at in this draft class. I'm sorry. Um, he did his thing in the combine. Not too crazy enough overalls in the combine, but very good quarterback at number four. And you skipped over Trey Lance. Let me just ask you why. Do you think Zach Wilson's a better quarterback than Trey Lance?
I most definitely believe that Wilson is a better quarterback than Trey Lance.
Mm,
And
okay.
not more like it's just my personal opinion on like how
Okay.
I think the Falcons would like to run their offense.
Oh,
As
definitely.
you wait, hold up, let me go to like cuz I'm at the stats area. I'm in the like stats area. If you see Trey and Zach, they're both identical, but like in my opinion, I feel like Zach is more of a Atlanta person, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, being in that city comes with all the great wonders, but
Especially being a year younger than Trey. So yeah,
oh yeah,
I
definitely.
really
That plays a big factor, especially coming trying to figure out um, who they want to go with as far as picking a pick at that number. And I think
yeah.
is that still a CPU user?
Yeah, the Falcons is still a CPU user, so
Okay, so if we don't get a guy uh, on the Falcons um, before the draft, then they might just pick the next available person in the draft. Oh, it
yeah.
looks like the Seahawks and Cowboys game got lagged out.
Yeah, it got lagged out. They had to restart it.
Oh man, um,
I know.
that's crazy. But
But
yeah,
what
back to this class. You said
who you
Falcons
think?
going Zach Wilson. You know, not only just because CPU will probably be in charge of the team, um, but I think Trey Lance. They see this guy,
Oh,
23 years old, a bigger quarterback coming in at 224, at 6'3", same height as Zach Wilson. Um, I just
yeah.
feel like they've seen his college games, and then they probably got enough off of that, and they're ready for him because they seen what he's done at North Dakota State. Very
Yeah.
coveted, a highly coveted quarterback coming out of this class. As you see, they got him ranked number three. For the I guess they got him going at three. Um, but yeah, I mean the combine grade not too crazy, but we did see how let's just say a guy like Tom Brady did in the combine. Um,
Yeah.
the combine's not everything, but it does matter to some coaches, some users, I guess. But I got them going Trey Lance, and if they don't, I see them adding Micah Parsons to their defense. They might
Oh,
try to shake it up,
first
at
defender we're talking about.
yeah, first defender. Yeah, Micah Parsons. Man, if you've seen tape on this guy, you know he is pretty much like a Khalil Mack 2.0.
Oh,
Definitely a good right outside linebacker. Coming in with a 7.4 grade, combine grade. Second fastest uh, right outside linebacker. First three cone. Second 20-yard shuttle. This guy put up numbers in this combine. Um, but yeah, if they don't go Trey Lance, I'm just gonna call it Micah Parsons for this
yeah.
Falcons defense.
And Parsons is really like he's more of that attack the quarterback type player. I don't really think he would do good in like coverages, you know. But line outside linebackers don't really aren't really like coverage players
Yeah,
at most. They're more
they're more at the line of scrimmage, getting
yeah
into that
they're
backfield.
yeah either that
Um,
or used on like a blitz, a fake zone coverage and blitz through. But
yeah, definitely. But that's just my shakeup on this one. Um, you know, just excited to see what's going on with the picks and these users.
it's
But let's take a
definitely
look at the next available pick, and that goes to the Bears, which is definitely
the Bears.
surprising, being that they got four first round picks in this draft.
Yeah,
Um,
they got a lot.
yeah, it's definitely crazy. But where do you see the Bears going with that team that they have now?
It looks like they're sticking it out with Mitchell Trubisky or either Matt Ryan, dependent.
Yeah.
It's really a wild card with the Bears because isn't Matt Ryan like a free agent or Mitchell Trubisky a free agent? So we got to see what they will do in free agency to like really determine if they would draft a quarterback. But I'm gonna take it here and I'm gonna say that they're gonna go a left end, which is Gregory um, Rose. I don't know how to
Oh
say his
yeah, yeah.
last name.
Gregory Rosario from
Rose
Miami or something like
or
that.
yeah, or
Rousseau
they
or
will
something
want
like that.
to yeah, or they will want to get their line in check with Sewell. We were
Yeah,
just talking about him in the
yeah,
Titans.
definitely.
So
Um,
if Titans were to trade that pick
mm,
at for offensive line, they wouldn't go Sewell again, and I feel like I could see him falling to the Bears.
you know what could happen too? I mean, Panay Sewell is going to be a highly coveted player, and being that the Bears, what was they had the fifth overall pick, um, maybe the Titans want to shake it up and trade their second overall pick for some of the Bears' first round picks. So that
Ooh.
way, you know, the Bears have a chance to snag it, whoever they want. Um, being that,
And the
you know,
Titans need that second threat. That Titan really need that
definitely.
they got a good wide receiver in Brown. I feel like if they were to trade down, I could see them getting either a Jamar Chase or
Mm,
Jalen Waddle.
definitely, definitely too high. Uh, could take the top off the defense receivers. And that could happen, you know, that could very well happen. You know, the Bears do have four picks in this first round. They
Yeah.
would probably want to move up. It just depends on how they're feeling. Um, being that like you said, they got Mitchell Trubisky tied in for a couple years, but you know this quarterback class seems to be stacked. Um, you know they might want to take a dip and try to trade up. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, definitely. I see them at 4 or at 5, excuse me. I see them, you know, they did have Mitchell Trubisky. I do see them taking Gregory Rousseau at 5. Definitely a top left end, especially coming out of Miami and that defense. Um,
Yeah.
you know, just coached well, performed well, and did his thing on the field. Um, but
And
yeah,
one
that's
more
my
thing we
tiers.
could
Yeah.
one more thing we could add on the Bears. You know, recently they traded away their damn near their whole defense. They're probably looking to restart that defense, and
Yeah.
that's why I believe Gregory might be chosen. But if they don't go for Gregory and they want to go for like a safe choice, they could probably go Caleb Farley.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Caleb Farley, very fast. One of the
Very, very.
fastest corners in this draft class. Um, but yeah, I could definitely see that happen. And you know, they do have four picks. You know, they could just decide to keep them all, and you know, kind of create a deadly team coming with this rookie class.
Yeah,
Um, let me check out these picks because I do know they have four picks, but I don't know exactly which number they have as far as the other ones because they might have got them for other users. So let me go into this league and check out these rosters. Go ahead and move with the next one. We got the Jets user.
the Jets users.
Yeah,
Well, with Sam Darnold being an X factor, I don't see a quarterback going there. And the thing is, I keep bringing up quarterbacks because quarterbacks is really stacked in this
yeah, in this
this
draft
year's draft.
class.
We got like five going in the top 10 and
Yeah,
like one outside.
yeah,
So
definitely.
yes, with them, I'm thinking they will want to maybe get that running back core in check. They might go Travis or
Oh yeah,
Najee Harris. Travis
mm,
or Najee Harris. But
yeah,
that's a
two
little
big
bit of a
running back
reach in my
dudes.
opinion. That's
Yeah,
literally like a late round pick. So
I definitely believe you know they could do that. You know, it's very difficult to choose which player they would get because they need a player for every position, I believe.
they need
Um,
damn near everybody.
and
But they
with
already
them
got
choosing,
a good defense, and I
they
feel
do
like
have a good
defense
defense.
sometimes can
Yeah,
carry the game. So with this pick, I believe that they will most definitely go Patrick Surtain or
Mm.
Caleb Farley.
Yeah,
One of
definitely.
them.
Either one of those is definitely gonna make your defense better. Um, yeah, I mean it's just hard to tell, especially with that team. We never know what they want to do, especially with the new user. Um, Definitely going to be exciting to see what the Jets decide to do. But like you said, I agree with that. The Patrick Surtain or Caleb Fairley, either one of those choices is a good choice. It doesn't matter which one. Um, let's go to the Jets. I mean the Chargers. I'm sorry. They got the what is that? The seventh pick in the draft.
Yeah,
Um,
seven pick for the Chargers.
yeah. Um, Man, I really difficult to tell with that user. Haven't really heard them too much in the Discord. Not really sure what they're
Well,
planning on doing.
he's in the live stream, and he says he's wondering what we think he most likely will pick. So we got to get him good here.
Okay, okay. Let me go ahead and just take a look at his roster real quick, and then I'll inform you of what
Oh,
they
don't worry,
got going.
I'll do that. I'll
Oh,
do
okay,
that.
okay, cool.
I
Um,
got you here. Yeah, I'm gonna check for you. You go
okay, yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah. I just did backwards, but coming in at seven, like we said, there's it could be a mix-up of who these people choose. We never really know, but at seven, you know,
Yeah, I
I'm
know that they
just,
traded away Keenan Allen, so
yeah,
yeah, they
Keenan
got
Allen is
Cooper Cup,
gone.
and he's really not that speedy.
Yeah,
He's
they
not that
could
speedster.
look to go Jamar Chase or Jalen Waddle. I think we said one of those was going with another team.
Yeah,
Um,
with the who we say
I want to say the
Jalen.
Bears.
Nah, it
Did we
was a
say the
team
Bears?
that I said would like
Or the
most likely.
Falcons
It
because
was
they're
either
losing
the
Julio.
Falcons, yeah, or the
Um,
Jets. Nah, it wasn't the Jets. It was that fourth.
yeah, so the
No, it was the
Falcons.
Titans. The Titans, yeah, the
Oh yeah, yeah, the
Titans.
Titans. Yeah,
When we
okay.
said they were gonna trade down, but the Chargers here, they're really stacked on defense at the moment. Like they
Yeah,
don't
their
need
defense
defense.
is amazing.
Justin
Um,
Herbert is their X factor. No quarterback is needed. No
yeah,
running back. So honestly, at this point, they would need a wide receiver. Cooper Cup is not really a speedy speedy cat. So they most likely will draft that one of those two. You
okay.
know.
And let me just ask you this: what about Devontae Smith at Alabama? Do you think they try to see what
Oh,
he's about? He's blowing it up right now in the league. I mean, in the NCAA, just racking up touchdowns and yardage. I mean, he could be one of those guys. He could
he
be another
could.
Julio Jones. Jalen
That's
Waddle's
up to
5'10".
let's see what the Chargers would do. Like, are they willing to take that risk? Because like we was
Yeah,
talking about like draft combine numbers and stuff like that. How it's not like predictable of the like player's talent. As
yeah, of course.
example, as Tom Brady and John Ross, how John
Mm,
Ross ran that fast number and didn't really pan out during the league. So
yeah, definitely. And that's why I think a lot of these users are gonna have to just scout. I mean, you just gotta take a look at these players on the field. The combine is, it helps deciding which one you want to choose with their overall and stuff. But look at these guys on
yeah,
the field and see what they can do. Devontae Smith gets open. Uh, he runs after catch. He makes moves on the field, kind of like a CD Lamb from
yeah,
last year's class. But Jalen Waddle definitely probably one of the fastest or the fastest, second fastest, I'm sorry, in this draft. Um, and speed kills
who's the
in Madden.
first?
I want to say Rashad Bateman. No, no, no. Rondell Moore is the fastest receiver at running a 4.31. Um, you know,
Holy shit!
which is crazy. But still fast. Jalen Waddle's still fast at 4.33. Also
Yeah,
had the highest vertical jump in the receiving combine core. Second best three cone, second best 20-yard shuttle. Really performed in this combine. But yeah, definitely I do see the Chargers taking a receiver at 7. Um, which they do have an abundance of in this draft. Um,
there you go, Chargers user. You heard it
um,
here.
but definitely gonna be exciting to see when the draft becomes available because we want to see who these decide to do, and especially these trades that might happen during the draft. You know, definitely going to be exciting. Um, but right now, let's see. Moving on next, we have the Giants picking at 8. Um, who do you think they're going to choose? Are you available to look at their rosters?
The Giants.
Yeah.
For the most part, I know that Khalil Mack is on that team.
Yeah, and they did trade away Saquon Barkley to the Bears.
Yeah, so
Um, man, it's tough. Do they want to stick with Daniel Jones or do they want to make a move? I'm not sure.
it's
Did
up
they
to.
have a dev trade on Daniel Jones?
Yeah, they most definitely do. Yeah,
Okay,
the
okay. They
yeah,
might
I'm check.
let me just take a wild guess out here. They might either go a receiver also, or they might look to toughen up that O line, get more protection for Daniel
Yeah,
Jones.
Cordell Patterson, who is a free agent though. All of their halfbacks are free agents
Mm. And then you see in this class they don't have any running backs listed in the top 20.
listed in the top 20.
The first one going at 28, in Travis Etienne, um, which I mean they could trade down for. They could see who wants to take their pick, being that they do need a running back.
Yeah,
But just exciting to see what they want to do. They're either going halfback or they're just going to see if they can have like a run and gun offense and Daniel
and
Jones.
what pick they have?
They have 8.
For the most part, their defense is most definitely stacked. Like they have
Mm,
the likes like Khalil Mack, Roquan Smith, Jabril Peppers, those type of as well as their cornerback James Bradbury. I feel like
yeah.
if I could take a wild guess, they're going to add on top of those. Like I said, defense could win you games as we seen with the Patriots user. I'm thinking
Oh
they're
yeah.
going to most definitely, not most definitely, but draft one of those quarterbacks that we were talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Those
definitely gonna be
cornerbacks.
exciting to see. Those cornerbacks are definitely up there. Who's a third? J.C. Horn out of South Carolina as a slot
Yeah,
corner, and then Eric Stokes at Georgia, man to man. Very
yeah,
very good combine grade, very fast corner. Um, 4.46 is fast, especially in this game as a corner. Not many corners have that blazing speed,
yeah.
but very good corner nonetheless. Um, but yeah, I mean that's our take on it. You got anything else for this Giants future as far as the draft?
Either either a wide receiver or a a cornerback because the quarterback at this point, like all the good quarterbacks are taken away unless you want project picks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking for these rest of these quarterbacks. No offense to them, they could probably pan out to be like one of the best players in the league. But I
Hmm.
see project picks when I see the rest of these quarterbacks. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah,
The rest of the quarterbacks are
just
just kind of
and
build on them.
at this point, there's no offensive line around that's in this top 10. So I wouldn't waste my pick on like a lower offensive tackle. So
Yeah, definitely. And I mean that could be another thing they want to trade down and check out what their options are. Um,
yeah,
because
or they could build on.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh,
Oh,
or they could build on like a strong defense. So
oh yeah, definitely. Especially with Khalil Mack on that line, they could look to add to that line and just make it even better than it is right now.
yeah,
But moving on, then we got the Cardinals. Wait, let me just check because I did take a picture of the Bears picks. Let me just make sure they weren't in that.
yeah. That's basically the only. Oh,
Yeah.
I can see their.
Oh,
I can see a
okay.
lot of people
So
play.
we
I'm
have the.
watching. I'm watching the draft, like the draft thing through your stream. So I'm
Oh,
on the
okay, okay.
rosters, like checking picks and stuff of that nature.
Well, it does look like the Bears have the Giants pick. Um,
Oh yeah,
so
we
that
did.
could
I didn't
definitely shake it
remember.
up. Um,
I did not remember that.
Man, so who do we think the Bears is gonna
And
pick
we
for
were
their
just
second
talking
pick?
about the Bears either getting they want to stick it out with Matt Ryan if they
Yeah,
want to. They got both of the old people on their team, Ben Roethlisberger and Matt Ryan. Whoa.
they picked up that he picked up Ben
Yeah,
Roethlisberger.
he released Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh wow,
Oh
shaking it up.
wow. Okay,
Breaking
already starting
news.
off.
If no one knew that, we definitely didn't. Um,
Holy shit.
Man, that's crazy. Releasing Mitchell
Yeah, that
Trubisky
wide
for the.
receiver core is, and I forgot he traded away Allen Robinson. They're
Oh
most
my
likely going to
goodness.
go. They're going to try to finesse their way up to a quarterback, or
Definitely.
they're going to go wide receiver.
Yeah.
My prediction.
Very confusing move picking up Ben Roethlisberger off of waivers,
Very
as he was
confusing.
released by the Steelers this past week. Uh, Man, so that kind of just
And we
changes
was,
up a lot of things.
yeah, that
Do
changed
they
a
want to
lot of
do they
things.
want to stack their four picks and trade up for a quarterback?
They're looking like the Jets at the moment with like weird picks. Their best player is Saquon Barkley, which he's on the his last year. I feel like they're gonna resign him most definitely. But yeah, they don't have no good wide receivers. The quarterbacks are both on like their last contracts. Matt Ryan is going old.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna either finesse their way up the um knowing that the Steelers, I mean not the Steelers, the Titans want an
Oh,
offensive line, they could
and
trade up to that second pick
let me
and
just say
take.
this.
Go ahead.
Let me just say this. They have four picks in the first round.
Yep.
I think, just my opinion, they trade for that one spot and take Trevor Lawrence and give
Wow.
the 49ers lots of picks in their four picks in the draft, and then they can just
Yeah.
kind of just ride out with Jimmy Garoppolo, and then solidify his offense around him, and then just choose whatever they want with those four picks. Um, it's I see that as a win-win kind of. Jimmy Garoppolo didn't really prove much, not the greatest quarterback in the game, but with the right
Yeah.
weapons around him, man, that would be a scary team.
I feel like he was overrated due to that Super Bowl run that they had
Yeah,
the year before this.
definitely.
But yeah, the Bears at the moment is very unpredictable on what they could do.
Yeah, they're making some crazy moves.
But yeah, their ceiling, the high point is if San Francisco accept a trade for them. Their second option is they could also do a trade with the Titans, knowing that they need
hmm
a offensive line, and offensive line that they're getting is projected to go top five. So the
Yeah,
Titans right now, they don't really need to trade up for offensive line because nobody is in need for one at the moment.
exactly. They could trade
They could,
down and still get
yeah,
their guy
and still get
and
their
some
guy
picks.
more value and more
Exactly,
value.
exactly.
So
So let
if
me
the
ask you
Bears want to
this.
do that, go ahead.
If you're the 49ers, do you take that trade for the number one pick?
Honestly, no. Wait,
No?
you know what? As a matter of fact, yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you why yes.
yeah, let me
Because
hear it.
look, there's many talented quarterbacks in the draft, and not to mention that the Bears they got the fifth pick. Wait,
Hmm.
let me check right now I don't
Yeah,
mess
they
up.
got the fifth pick, correct? Their
They got
first
the
pick.
fifth pick,
Yeah,
the
it's the
eighth
fifth.
pick, the 14th, and the 24th.
Ooh, so they
With
could
that
go
fifth,
Kyle Trask.
yeah,
Um,
they could go. Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Man.
Yes,
Ooh, yeah, that's a good take right there. I
they could
like
go
that.
quarterback, and if Jay and three picks later, Jalen Waddle or
Ooh,
anybody else that they want to go. It's very talented in the draft, especially a quarterback. I mean, cornerback. I heard Richard Sherman. They're not re-signing him.
damn.
Richard Sherman. They could go that cornerback. Then we'll need a cornerback that could
Bears and
carry
49ers,
their
if you guys
defense.
are not watching this stream, you guys need to get on.
Y'all got a
Um, we're kind of just giving y'all useful information, especially with these
very
picks.
useful information.
Um, Man, they could do that, Kyle Trask, then go pick up Jalen Waddle, then pick up Caleb Fairley if he's available.
The
Man.
Steelers user better be on his knees to the Titans. Hope that he don't make a trade.
Oh man.
Hope that hope that the Titans do not make a trade with the Bears
Because that could shake up
because
anything, really.
yeah, because the Steelers user most definitely. Hold on, let me go to the Steelers. They need him.
They need a
They
quarterback.
need,
Yeah, they need,
they really need a quarterback.
man.
So
Definitely going to be
they better
exciting to
hope.
see. I cannot wait.
Most definitely.
It's going to shake up this whole franchise pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, man,
And
not
Juju
even
is
see
still
that.
under contract with them. He just got one more year left.
Oh,
So
okay,
yeah,
okay. They probably franchise tagged him.
most likely.
Man. Okay. Kind of just threw us off a little bit. Uh, okay. So yeah, could happen. They had the eighth pick.
Yeah.
Moving on at nine, with the Cardinals. Where do you see them going with that? Let me just
The
hand it to you.
Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald is going to retire.
Okay. Could definitely see
But
them taking a receiver.
yeah,
Um,
but as I'm looking at your you said eighth pick, right?
Ninth.
Ninth. I believe that they're gonna go that left outside. Wait, hold up. Let me make sure they don't got.
Oh
No, I don't
yeah,
believe
because Chandler Jones is getting up there in age.
he is
They
getting
might
up
want to
there in
look there
age.
to replace him. Um,
Or imagine D Hop and Jamar Chase,
Jamar Chase. Man, it would take a lot of pressure off of D Hop knowing he's uh, one of the top two, if not number one receiver in
number
this
one.
game. Um,
Who you
man, that
think
would
is the best?
receiver.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta go D Hop. Man, this guy just makes plays.
Hey,
I might be a little biased being a Texans fan, seeing that he was with us for a minute, but this guy just shows up and performs.
he
Um,
performs.
I'd say two. Man, I gotta go Devontae Adams. This guy,
Yeah.
Devontae Adams is just a beast, man. We see what he does on the field, run after catch and everything. But
Well, since I'm a Bears fan, I don't like him. I'm not gonna accept that. But
I got you.
gotta give props to Devontae Adams. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
It's
put him.
always hurts when it's against your team, but you got to
Yeah,
show love to the
even
man.
as well as Stephon Diggs. I was a big fan of
Mm,
him in
yeah,
Minnesota, but I could never root for him because he was in Minnesota.
yeah.
But now he's in Buffalo.
Now he's in
He's
Buffalo, and he's
my
showing out
favorite.
this
Yeah.
year like crazy, man.
Showing out, man.
Josh Allen is taking advantage of him and
Yeah.
using him to his advantage, pretty
But
much.
yeah, Kyler Murray didn't have a good season this year, and
Yeah, man.
mostly because of the problem situated around Devont. I mean, not Devontae. Uh,
D Hop.
D Hop being double teamed most of the season. So
Yeah,
getting a wide receiver will take that little pressure off of D Hop to for him to do
and it just
things
adds
every
already to that dangerous offense that the Cardinals have over
that
there.
dangerous offense.
Uh, yeah, I could definitely see them taking Jamar Chase. Um, not a huge name. Like I hear a lot of people just talking about Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith just because they're blowing up in NCAA. But Jamar
Yeah,
Chase is just still doing his thing. Like they got him as a first receiver getting taken off the board. Kind of like how I mean, like again, like CeeDee Lamb last year with the Cowboys picking him at 19. He just
yeah.
fell. No one really knows why, but I mean, man, Jamar Chase going to the Arizona Cardinals, that'd
And they
be
really
really
need to
dangerous.
knock the this pick out the ballpark.
Yeah,
They
'cause
really need, yeah, because they don't have another pick until the third round, and I'm pretty sure
man,
a lot of good players are going to get off that board after the first, not to mention the second. So
yeah, definitely, definitely,
yeah,
guys, you got to keep an eye out for these teams and see what they want to do, and then just check
most
these
definitely.
chats and see if they're willing to trade these picks, man. You never really know. But
Yeah.
yeah, Jamar Chase to the Cardinals at 9, I could very well see that happening. Um, if they decide to keep it. Um, and then we got the Vikings at 10. Um,
Oh, the Vikings, man.
very difficult pick, I think. What do you see on their roster so far?
Kirk Cousins, man, he's getting old up there at 33.
Yeah, he's getting
Kyle,
old.
yeah, Kyle Rudolph, tight end,
Mm.
well talented, but I think they might have to go for a line.
O line. Okay. Uh,
Yeah, I see them
that's
going for that right tackle.
right tackle Christian Darrisaw.
Or, as a matter of fact, no, cancel that. I'm sorry. I didn't know they had a young right tackle there.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah,
They do have a
their
young
last
tight end also in I forget his name. He's right under there
uh,
with the
Kyle Rudolph, under Kyle Rudolph. But
yeah, who
yeah,
was
I see
that?
them going for an O line because Kirk Cousins they getting sacked. I think they might go. In my opinion, Riley Reef gotta go. So I think they'll go
Yeah.
like either Sam,
Sam Cosmi from Texas.
yeah, Sam, or
Um
Wyatt Davis, depending on if they want to get the guard situation or the
yeah,
talent or the tackle.
and so they could definitely either I mean, those guys are very movable on that line. They can play any position
Yeah,
on that line pretty much. So
most
very
definitely.
solid picks. Very big guys on that O line.
Yeah, it's not
Sam
one of those
Cosmi.
blockbuster picks.
Yeah,
It's
not
just
very too
a pick that
exciting,
they
but
really need. Yeah,
just I mean, you saw how the Colts picked Quentin Nelson with their first round pick. Wasn't exciting,
Nelson,
but definitely one of the best inside O linemen on in today's NFL.
most
Could very well
definitely.
be the situation with Wyatt Davis and Sam Cosmi. You know,
Yeah.
6'7", 300 pounds. I did not know he was that huge. But only 22 years old for Sam Cosmi. I see them choosing Sam Cosmi if they're going O line. But if they're looking to move on from um, damn, forget his name already. Quarterback, um, Vikings.
Kirk
I'm
Cousins.
drawing a blank. Oh yeah, Kirk Cousins. I could see them choosing Mac Jones. Maybe try him out.
Oh,
From Alabama. Not a big quarterback name. So he's going. Madden has him getting taken at 13. Um, man,
do you
that's a
think it's
very
a bit
different.
of a reach though? Question mark.
I think so. I think it's a bit of a reach, but man, you never really know how these quarterbacks are gonna do.
Wait,
Um,
go to the quarterback category.
okay.
I feel
Um,
like there's so many quarterbacks like in this year's
Jamie
draft.
Newman. I did not see
Yeah,
him coming in
there's
at
so many.
7.2 combine grade. Um, De'Aaron Keen's kind of showing out. They say he might return to Miami for another
Yeah,
season, but
yeah,
you know,
King. Yeah, he's performing, but he's not really like he's like fourth rounder. He's
yeah,
really speedy. Don't get me wrong, very speedy. At
very
I
speedy.
don't want to say the speed out
Um,
loud,
I got you, but I mean,
but
Mac
yeah,
Jones, they show him going in the first round. If I mean, you never really know. Like they might miss out on the chance to choose their guy that they want at quarterback. So,
yeah,
sometimes you have to take a reach just to snag the guy you want. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, but or maybe they might want to trade up and try to get one of the better quarterbacks in this class. But also, like you said, Kyle Rudolph going into retirement or not retirement, but getting up there in age, they might want to go Kyle
Age.
Pitts from Miami
Yeah, I was
or no
just about
Florida.
to
I
say
mean,
that.
uh, very good,
Uh,
kind of like a wide receiver as a tight end. Very fast. Um, just a very good playmaker on that offense.
and I was gonna say this Dallas versus Seahawks game was close, but Seahawks just scored a touchdown to make it a two possession game.
Ooh wee.
Yeah, it was 21-14 with 1 minute left in the fourth quarter, guys.
Oh man.
This is a good game. Oh my God! Please don't let my prediction be wrong. Hope not.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of scary to see the who decides to take control of that game and win it
Yeah.
for them. Um, but let's see, who do we got? Who else do we got? So we
Next
got the
pick.
Colts at 11.
Oh,
Um,
and we were just talking about T.Y. Hilton. We was talking about how
yes,
they were gonna stay with Carson Wentz.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Especially being, I think they put an X factor on him.
Yeah.
Um, man, they do need a receiver. I will. I don't. I wouldn't say they need a receiver. Um, could very well pick up one in free agency, being that
Well, they most likely. Well, the receiving class in this year free agency is stacked with a lot of good wide receivers.
hmm
Julio Jones being one, and
definitely.
Antonio Brown, who performed this season, being another.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah,
Let's just say they do take a receiver. Who do you think they would choose?
uh, you're gonna have to. I think we haven't talked about him. We're most likely Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith, yeah, for sure. I could see them. I could see that happening. Um,
Yeah.
for the Colts, man, would be very dangerous in that receiving core with Michael Pittman Jr. and
Oh, Michael Pittman
if they
and
decide
Campbell.
to, Paris Campbell, very young receiving core, but could, Carson Wentz could kind of just take the reins and do what he wants on that team if he has those weapons. Um,
Yeah, and also one thing that he didn't have in Philly was an offensive line. Now
mm,
he has a good offensive line that he
yeah,
can
he probably
depend on.
has one of the best in the game.
Yes, most definitely. Their offensive line is very stacked, with Quentin Nelson being the main and Ryan Kelly being one of those. So yeah, I
Definitely.
don't see nobody drafting an offensive line. Their defense is one of the best in the league, if not the best. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with the Patriots being the best. But yeah,
yeah,
they're
definitely.
probably
Patriots have the
second with
best.
Darius Leonard and a lot of other young cats.
Oh yeah, definitely in that secondary, they got a lot of dogs on that defense.
Yeah, Kenny
Uh,
Moore being one of the young talent,
yeah,
being one
definitely.
of them. Yeah.
I mean, if they want to make that defense even better, if Micah Parsons might still be on the board,
Oh,
at 11, just depending, I guess, what the teams want to do, if
yeah,
they're trying to just make their offenses better. But Micah
and
Parsons.
we was
Your
talking
boy
about
back.
Parsons. Yo, bro,
Welcome back,
bro,
Andy.
you seen the competitive game that's going on so far?
Um, yeah.
With
The Cowboys just called me and he said he was getting blown out. Did he
no,
make a
it
turnover?
was just a one possession game, and then the Seahawks just scored to make it a two possession game with 1 minute left. So I think the Cowboys losing.
Damn,
Damn.
Yeah,
very tough to see. Um,
You hate to see it.
but oh yeah, the Seahawks just kneeled with 30 seconds left. Seahawks take it. Man, gonna be fun to break this down.
And I
Uh,
respect that. Taking a nail and not shoving it more. I hate users who keep running up the score when it's obvious
yeah.
dub.
I just saw you argue in the last league with somebody that did that.
If you're up by 30 points and you're
Yeah,
still
he called a
going for two,
timeout.
calling timeouts and
Being
going
a
for two
dickhead,
points,
man.
I don't like that. I can't respect you.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
that's the time for a different pod.
Um, actually,
Well,
let's see.
did
Could you
y'all are
guys
y'all
give me a
finished?
second? I'm gonna take a little piss real quick.
Where'd y'all leave off right now?
We're
We was
left.
talking about the Colts.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Colts. And
Yeah.
who else was it? There's one coming up. Um, oh yeah, after you're done with the Colts, talk about the Saints. And
Man,
I'll be right back.
Andy, we made so many scenarios. Like, okay, so we was talking about how the Bears, we didn't know that the Bears picked up Ben Roethlisberger and they also had Matt Ryan on the ending contract. So we said that what if the Bears trade all their pick to the 49ers for that first round pick and get Trevor Lawrence?
That's pretty interesting. But
Or
what is he
we
gonna
said,
do with those other two quarterbacks? Trade for like a third?
well, they're on their expiring contracts and Ben Roethlisberger is damn near finna retire, so I don't know.
Hmm, that's interesting.
1 second. So yeah, he said, and the Titans user is oh, the game is over with, by the way. Damn. Wow, man. Yeah. Oh, Andy. Yo, bro.
Oh man, sorry guys. Sorry viewers. Had to take a little tinkle. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so it looks like the Seahawks won the playoffs, and it looks like they'll play today.
Ooh. I think the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the
Oh
Super Bowl.
man. Did y'all continue talking about the Colts?
I think he went to eat a little bit, so I was just waiting on you and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, my bad,
I
man. I just
was
had to
I was
go.
letting him know. It's cool. I was letting him know about like the bear scenario and stuff we was talking
Yeah.
about
What did he say?
because that's a
Oh,
good
I'll go
scenario.
watch it. But yeah, it's definitely crazy to think about. Man, the Bears users, it pretty much this draft is in his hands the way this thing
In
goes.
his hand. He basically control everything. He just needs a
Exactly.
few yes or no's, and he's most likely going to get a yes from.
From somebody.
Honestly, plan A is that 49ers kind,
That yeah,
but
definitely.
knowing the 49ers, they most likely would say no to that. And if they do say no to that, he got plan B, which is the Titans, who don't want to use that pick. They actually want to trade it down.
Yeah, and they very well could. That'd probably be the easiest scenario for him 'cause they probably do want to
Hey
trade down
guys,
anyway.
sorry, I'm back again. Your boy
Uh,
had a poop ski.
but no, dude, man, if I'm the 49ers, I'd say I'd take that trade, man. I'd stick it out with
Uh,
Garoppolo
well,
and
yeah, they got a
just
fourth pick, right?
yeah. So they have the fourth pick, so they could, like I said, they could go Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, or Kyle Trask, whoever's available. But man, if I'm the 49ers, I do take that trade. Get me 4 picks in the first round,
Yeah.
and kind of just build my
Or,
team.
or you could take Patty Mahomes, but you got to give up, your whole damn squad for him. You got to give up
Yeah.
Debo. You got to give up Bosa. You got to give up what's his
Oh,
name? Kittle. And your first. And Patty P might be your
Jesus
man. I mean, is
Christ.
that bad
That's a hefty price to pay for a
That is a
quarterback,
hefty price.
especially
for one
him
guy?
for one
But let
guy
me ask you
and
this:
his
For one
what
contract.
guy, like,
position?
No,
What
no, no, no. For
position
one
is?
guy and his contract. Don't forget that.
yeah, think
But
of it
check
like
this out.
this.
I'm taking three guys' contracts on.
I know,
Yeah,
but
but
you got to think of it like this. You could have a quarterback, but not the weapons that surround that quarterback. Like,
exactly.
let's be honest. Do you think Pat Mahomes would be anything without like Tariq Hill being there on
And
his
Travis
side
Kelsey.
and Travis Kelsey?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't use Travis Kelsey.
Well, I mean,
But yeah,
if we're being honest, uh, some players like to utilize every player on their team.
yeah,
Uh, Tyreek Hill is a burner. You got your fast guys. Um, if let's just say this, if I was on the Chiefs, I'd be utilizing a lot more people, and Travis Kelsey is definitely a guy I'd be utilizing because I love my tight ends. They do the dirty work and they get it done. Um,
Most definitely.
but
Yeah.
man, yeah, if I'm the 49ers, I'd take that trade. Like I said, I build my team how I want. Maybe even take a quarterback with that fourth overall pick. Um, and in that too. So look, if I'm the 49ers, I take that trade, get those 4 picks, trade up for the second pick, give my fourth pick to the Titans, uh, get Justin Fields. They get their left tackle and Penei Sewell, and then I get a pretty solid quarterback without doing much, and I get 3 extra picks, um, which is definitely like a combo scenario, but that's the way Madden works. That's the way this league is gonna work. Um,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Me, like, I don't know if we're going off topic a little bit, but in this year's draft, the winners are most definitely going to be the Bears on like the potential scenarios they could have. If they want to keep
definitely.
that pick, go the quarterbacks that's lesser option, and and build their defense as well because they got the eighth pick, which they could pick that right outside linebacker
Yeah,
that's
Micah
popular.
Parsons. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
or they could
Stud.
trade up and do those stuff. But I feel like the loser, that potential loser in the draft, could honestly be the Steelers. They're just
Yeah.
praying that the Titans or the Titan. They praying that the 49ers accept the pick, so the Titans don't have to think of that pick because they
Mhm.
want to go Justin Fields. So
Definitely.
yeah,
And that could be, another way this draft could go. It's just we're just giving our prediction, guys. You
we're not
viewers out
saying it's gonna
there,
happen,
yeah, we're
but
not saying it's
we're
gonna
giving
happen, but
tips.
we're giving intel. We're giving good intel. Coming from three guys that kind of just love the game and do what they can to give good information. Um, but let's keep it going with these picks, man. Let's head to the Saints with the 12th overall pick. Or did I say 12 already? Maybe the 13th. I can't remember. Um, Man, Saints is a questionable one, being that Drew Brees might retire at the end of the year.
Most
Um,
definitely.
Man, where do you see these? Where do you see the Saints going in this draft?
Well, I see. At first, I would have said the Saints going Zach Wilson, but like I see him going early. Zach Wilson is one of those uh players that always pop up on the same team in like every franchise. So either
Yeah,
him
definitely.
or they might honestly. This might be the first ever one. I see them trading down that pick.
Damn,
I see
trading
them
down.
trading down that pick. Yeah, either
Yeah,
trading down that pick or
could very well happen. I mean, it is kind of a risk taking a quarterback that early at 12.
yeah,
They might not want to do that. They could trade up, to a team that has multiple picks and want to get into the top 10 or top
yeah.
15. I'm sorry. Uh, Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, I could see that very well happening. You
Or
know.
here, you ready for what I'm about to say?
Uh-oh. I hope I am.
Cameron Jordan, 32 years of age, 96 overall, fearmonger, X Factor.
Hmm.
Plus that pick that they have to Washington football team for Chase Young.
Ooh wee. Man,
Yeah,
football team would love that.
bro.
They definitely
I
want to
feel
get
like
into
it's
that
only
top
right. And
12.
football team, they could use that pick to either trade up in the draft or they could draft that quarterback right there, man.
Mac Jones, yeah, could very well. Man, very exciting to see. I love these scenarios because you really just never know what's gonna happen.
And
Uh,
also, they could use that pick as trading bait for Josh Allen as well. Like, I'm willing to take that
ooh.
pick. There's a lot of wide receivers that I would like to draw, like draft.
Okay, so let me ask you this: if he wanted to trade you that pick, what else would he have to throw in for Josh Allen? Being that you won't have your quarterback.
Um, well, my quarterback situation, I got it under control. I'm not going to say any details at the moment, but yeah, I got it under control.
Okay,
But most
okay.
definitely, they would have to give me Chase Young. I mean, not Chase Young. Kendall Fuller or
Alongside
Kendall
that number
Fuller.
one pick, I mean that
Yeah,
not
most
number one, but
definitely have
that
to give me
12th overall
Kendall
pick.
Fuller or between one of those. I don't want. I feel like I'm stacking up on wide receiver. Cause 12th pick, I'm most definitely gonna get a wide receiver in that.
Okay,
Depending,
so let me ask you this: if you're at 12, which receiver do you take? Let's just say
Jalen
that
Waddle.
Jalen Waddle. Okay, let's just say he's not there. Let's just say Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, and Devontae Smith are not there. Who do
Holy
you choose?
shit!
Because that could very
I
well be
most
the
definitely
be
would
the
go
case.
Rondell Moore.
Rondell Moore, definitely. I was gonna say that because he is the fastest receiver in his class,
The
and
fastest.
man, very. I mean, even at his size, 5'9", 175,
Yeah.
that's pretty much the receivers nowadays in the NFL. Could definitely be
Especially with
Deshaun
Stephon Diggs
Jackson,
being on the block, he might be wide
and yeah,
receiver one.
definitely, definitely.
Yes.
Um, Man, I love this receiving class in this draft. They got so many good players, so many fast players. Not too many receivers, but man, they got a good class this year. Um,
Yeah.
let's see who is next. I want to say the Lions are next, but again, the Bears have that pick. No, okay, so the Rams at was it 13, 14? Uh,
The Rams.
the Rams at
Uh,
13.
Here, let me check for you. I'm pretty sure. Draft picks. No, the Rams don't got that pick.
Oh, who has that pick?
Uh, I could check.
Yeah, you have to scroll through and
It's pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's either the Chargers or no Chargers don't have the
oh,
pick. Oh,
could be
this
the Patriots because they traded away
yeah.
Goff.
Let me see.
Might
Nope,
have
the
had that.
Patriots don't either. They don't even have a first.
Damn.
Here, I can check right now.
Yep. They traded me their first. I have their first.
What did you give
Who,
them?
the Patriots user?
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Mm, okay.
But they don't even use him. So, I mean, I
Was
won
that
that
this
trade.
user or was it another user?
That was a different user. That was the
Okay,
first
okay.
user. But the first user, when I played him, he did use him. He was
Yeah.
Alright.
he was
Okay.
using him on me. But what I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm willing to trade my first round pick for something because
And we
it's
did
gonna
have that
be a late
trade
round.
trade
Oh, the
pending.
Jaguars. Wow.
The Jaguars have it?
The Jaguars have that 13 pick.
Oh, man. Okay.
Damn.
All right. So let me ask you
Damn.
this, Otto. Where do you think they're going with number 13?
Wow.
Do they
Gardner Minshew having
add
the
to the
season that he had.
Yeah, dude. They could go anywhere. I mean, they could make that offense even better, picking up another receiver or running back.
Just talking about their offensive line too. While we were
Yeah, if
just
they had
talking
that
about
line,
that
they
line.
probably would have got past the Patriots in
Most
this year's.
definitely.
And this is the time to do it. You know, not everybody's getting younger. Um,
Yeah.
and
So
who?
yeah, I feel like they're most likely gonna go between because we already know that offensive line swell.
Yeah,
He's gonna get drafted. So like top 5. So I feel like they're gonna
either Wyatt Davis or Sam Cosmi, either of the two, I
yeah, Sam
think.
Cosmi, one of those.
Uh, who we said another team might have taken a guard or something, but yeah, I feel like either
We,
one of those two that doesn't get picked is gonna be picked
yeah,
by
we
the
we were just
Jaguars.
told who we say needed
We
the
said,
Vikings. It was the Vikings,
yeah, the Vikings. They could very well do that.
but they
Uh,
most likely will go for that tight end. No, honestly,
oh yeah,
Kyle
Kyle
Pitts,
Pitts. Yeah, definitely, definitely one of the most intriguing tight ends in this class.
one of
Um,
them.
yeah, one of them. I definitely have another eyes if we can get into it real quick, just for a second. Brevin Jordan. Um,
Who?
Brevin Jordan or Brevin Jordan from Miami. Um,
Yeah.
definitely a solid tight end in this class. Very fast, very big. Um, don't really get too much like that.
Jordan. Wow. Oh,
Yeah, they show him going in the second round, but I believe he's either a end of first round talent or very, very early second round talent. Um,
wow.
but
Andy, what you think?
Um, yeah, with their tight end right now, which is an old guy, Kyle Rudolph, they need more explosive players over there, you
yeah,
know? Well, with that young receiver Jefferson and with an aging Thielen, they need another, splash playmaker and with that, monstrous running back Cook.
yeah,
So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Let's not
And they're
forget
paying
that dangerous
yeah,
backfield.
that's a Derrick Henry type player, that's a Barkley type player. They have to
treat
build
him like
around
one.
him.
Yeah, but
They
like
have
you
to
said,
build
Otto,
around him.
they could probably very well go offensive line. Um, with their pick, or add weapons, like you said, Andy. But definitely, I'm sorry, I keep saying them, but the
Gets
Jaguars with the
together.
13th pick, the Jaguars with
Jaguars
the
is living
13th
life
pick,
right now. Like,
yeah, they did their thing this year, and they could make a splash in this draft class. Uh,
Flash. Oh my God.
let's
Imagine,
see,
man. Just imagine Gardner Minshew with a good offensive line, man.
especially with these
Maybe MVP.
cornerbacks, also, man, like. They could
Exactly.
very well get one of their guys that might fall into the later first round. um,
Yeah.
and Adam alongside C.J. Henderson. Um, but yeah,
And they still
definitely.
got the 30th pick while they're at it. So if they want
Oh,
to go ahead and get one of those quarterbacks at the 13th pick and wait till like because like really, I'll say offensive line doesn't like grab the attention with these teams.
yeah,
They're going for more positional players. Knowing that they
exactly.
could with that 30th pick, knowing those two offensive line people are going to fall, they could go with them. They could go with them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Very excited to see. I'm ready to see this actually. Um, but moving on to pick 14, which is gonna be the Bears user again. Um,
Jeez, how many picks have y'all talked about so far since I've been
We
gone?
talked about the eighth and the fourth pick
Oh wow.
with the Bears user. I mean the and the
the
eighth
fifth,
pick.
eighth, and now he has the 14th.
This was supposed to
Uh,
be Detroit's pick, so
Detroit, yeah. And I believe they have
Detroit,
your 24th pick, Otto.
man, they got. Oh man, we were just talking about them trading these picks, cause at the end of the day, they still got 2 second rounders, a bunch of fourth, thirds, 3/4, fifths, and like 2/6. Well,
Yeah, they got a
they're
abundance
stacked.
of picks.
They're
Uh,
stacked. Let's just say that.
you know what? I think we can end this draft class recap at this point, because we still have like 22 more teams to talk about.
Do you want
Most
to
Um,
do
definitely.
two more teams to make it half? 16?
yeah,
If
we
you
could
got
do that.
time?
We could do that.
Yeah, let's end it at
Because
16.
I want us to get into our way too early predictions for next year. Um,
Okay.
just so you
Okay.
know, because this is gonna take a minute for this draft recap.
Most
Um,
definitely.
but yeah, man, like I said,
It's worth the watch though. It's worth the watch.
The Bears might trade that pick, depending. And let's just say they don't. Um, I see them taking a corner at 14, honestly. Um,
Yeah. Build
just as
that defense.
just to build that defense even more correct. You know, Eddie Jackson, getting up there in
And he's
age.
gone. He's
Oh, he's
gone.
gone. He's gone.
Yeah, he's in Philly.
Oh my goodness, man! I need to
They
catch up
traded
on these
when they
transactions.
said they traded everybody, they traded everybody. Kyle Fuller, all of
Oh
them,
man.
man.
Okay.
Everyone is gone.
So yeah, definitely building up that defense. I feel. Um, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I believe they're gonna
Yeah.
draft the corner.
Yeah, knowing that user, he likes having a juiced up defense. So he's going for that corner. I know
Okay.
he really wants that corner. I don't know if he's gonna be there. Straight him. What's his name?
Certain?
Jordan.
Certain.
Yeah, he wants him.
Uh,
And I'm putting that out there. He's made
is
it
that insider
pretty. He's
information?
that. Yep. He's been vocal
Oh,
about it, and
okay.
that's who he wants. So
That
if you're
might.
trying to get him, try to trade to get that pick, because he does have pick
Ah,
4.
Are you
man.
advanced? Somebody advanced. Oh, we're at Pro Bowl in our regular league, guys. Somebody
I
don't
didn't
send me. Oh
advance.
shit.
It must have been Cam.
Rams.
Cam. It was Rams.
It could have been. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just guessing.
Uh, Cam, if you
Fuck.
advanced, shoot us
Yeah,
a
he advanced
message.
to the Super Bowl. I was about to announce the Pro
Pro
Bowlers for this
Bowlers.
year, but it's
Hold
fine.
on.
Uh, man, we could. I mean, if y'all want, we could just cut this and go do that if y'all want.
Well, nah, it's not shown no more. It's like they're playing
Oh.
Super Bowl as of right now, but it's
Oh, so they
cool.
skipped that. Oh.
Yeah, they skipped it.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks.
Let's
Man.
move on to the way too early predictions.
Let's go ahead and take it from there. Um, let's start out. Let's just go the bad first. Let's just give our bottom five teams this upcoming season. Who do y'all think?
Ooh.
Let's start with you, Andy. Who do you think bottom five teams this upcoming season?
Um, Let me go look at the teams. I
Yeah,
probably
definitely.
have I probably have to say the new guys. You know what I mean?
The new guys.
The new guys. I want to say bottom 5 teams has to be. Sorry to call you out, but the Jets. They're a horrible
Ooh.
team. That's a
Yeah.
rebuild you have to do. That's
It's
a
gonna be
really bad
tough.
team.
It's gonna be tough to tell, especially with this user. We don't know what they're gonna do. But yeah, I mean that with that team that they have right now, if they don't shake up anything in free agency, if they try to just slowly build their team, I could definitely see that squad being like one of the bottom teams in this
The
upcoming season.
Jets and the Lions. I'm gonna just just shoot it out there. Jets, Lions. Yeah, they really don't have anyone over there, and with no
Lions had a decent season this year, though,
yeah, but
especially for them being a
Yeah.
bottom feeder, eight
I,
and eight.
they don't even have a quarterback. I think they traded away Stanford.
Matthew Stafford.
Their
Wow.
Oh
Okay,
quarterback is
and they
man.
don't
Deshaun
even have a
Kaiser.
pick.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
so I
Wow.
mean they have to
Okay.
work with what they got, and I don't think that team's gonna pull through. So that's a bottom five for me. Another bottom
Um,
five team. I'm looking. Maybe the Texans. I don't know how the
Texans.
user is, but
Yeah.
they don't have any picks.
They
They
don't
have
have any
horrible
picks.
contracts.
They got horrible contracts.
Their running
Correct.
back is bad, but I mean
hmm
at least they got Deshaun Watson. So I
The
mean,
only
and they
bright
still
spot on that team.
Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller's really the only people over there, and J.J. Watt. But like I said, they have bad contracts.
Yeah.
I don't know how the user plays, but this team needs a lot of work, just like the real life team. A lot of work.
Definitely.
So they might be in the bottom.
Who's the fifth?
The fifth, just going by everything I've seen, I don't wanna I don't wanna call them out, but I might have to
Hey, call him
say
out, man. Call him out. This is what this pod's about, man. We put balls to
I,
the wall in this one.
I might have to
Straight
say
up.
the Rams user, man. He had a lot of forced wins this past season.
Mm,
Oh.
So I don't know. He did juice up his team and made trades, but I mean, I watched the game when he played against the Bills, and he played well, but he couldn't finish, and that's really the only user game I seen or know he's played against someone. Not really know who else he's played around the league, so he has a lot of proof. Got a
Yeah,
lot of
just
proof.
Ram, just take this as a reminder. Just like strive for greatness with that quote.
yeah, definitely.
Me,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Otto. Let's see. Let's hear your bottom five.
my bottom five, it has to go. I would go number one. Number one it have to be Well, I was just thinking of this team too. Where is it? Can't find it. Oh, the Falcons.
Mm,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
I can see that
the
happening.
Falcons. I could see that happening, especially if Julio was to leave.
And they just,
Number two,
they don't have Matt Ryan. They
yeah,
kind
Matt
of don't
Ryan
have
being
anything
lost.
in writing right now. So, could
Yeah.
definitely see that happening.
Number two, especially if the scenario goes through, just Ryan right there with the Titans. I could see
Mm.
the Steelers.
Oh yeah.
The Steelers being
If they
one of
don't
those
get their
bad
guy,
teams.
I feel like that could be a heavy toll on that team. I agree with that.
Stabbing it back.
Mm.
Number three, I could see number three, and this is hard. I don't want to. I'm gonna have to go to Rams as well.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah. I mean,
Rams.
I agree with anything like that you guys are saying right now. I mean, those are pretty good choices that you guys have.
Yeah.
Just a question for y'all, going a little bit off topic, not off topic, but they're asking when's gonna free agents, advance. What day should we set it?
Free agency. I think it's kind of late in the day. Not everybody. Some people have work or something.
Are
So
they
if
they
they
playing the
play,
Super Bowl right now, right?
Yeah, so maybe like we could shoot a time for like tomorrow or
yeah, that's what I'm
Wednesday.
thinking.
Well,
Tomorrow.
tomorrow's the re-sign stage, right?
Yeah. So
Oh,
we'll get the
yeah.
re-sign stage over with, and then we'll hit week one of free agency.
Yeah,
Okay.
if we could do it like time based, like early, like okay, if they play the Super Bowl, if they was to play the Super Bowl today, like as of like today,
Yeah.
maybe advance to like the re-sign stage, and they got
Yeah.
from today to like I don't know, like three in the afternoon Central Time to like get their re-signs straight, or they text in the league, not the Discord, that they want these players signed, and we will go in there and we'll like fix the contracts up for them.
And that's for the resign stage. Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
that's for the re-sign stage that we're talking about.
So you're talking about going in manually and signing players for them?
Like, okay, like for instance, if there was a Falcons user and he's not going to be available because he have work from like, for instance, 4 to like 8. If he wants to like, we'll allow people to re-sign their players back, but if he is like physically unavailable to sign his players, he would tell us like, oh, he want this player signed, and we'll go in there because you could fix their contracts and their settings.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
I
we'll
get what
go
you're
in there and fix it
saying.
for him.
What
Yeah.
Um,
about what about if we take a vote on a good time? I'm about to put it on a Discord like some times,
Or we could do
and
that. Yeah.
yeah, like we could all vote like what
I mean,
works
if
for
they
everyone.
do play their game, um, right now, um, then
Cause,
we could just sim it afterwards and then go straight into that resign period and then
of
leave it
week
at that
one,
until tomorrow.
yeah,
Yeah.
cause I'm sure there's a lot of users that's in the league, but they haven't really been too active since we're still doing playoffs a week later. So I mean, hopefully everyone could give me a thumbs up in the I can't even think right now.
In the
Well,
Discord.
yeah, 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 in the active check. So I'm gonna try to get
Yeah.
Okay.
everyone active so we could get this shit going.
Um,
Sorry, I was
Uh,
rambling.
yeah. Number 14, I
oh
will
yeah,
have to
yeah.
go to. I'll have to go to Vikings, and I'm wrap it up with saying I haven't seen him play, so I'm gonna see what the Chargers have for this league. He been active in the chat, so I'm gonna go to Chargers being the fifth worst team.
Fifth worst. I got you. Um,
Somebody else they got second in MVP voting in our thing.
um, so let me just go ahead and get into mine in no real order. Like I said, I don't really know what these guys got planned for this year. Um, but let me just start. I'm gonna go Falcons. I'm gonna
Hmm.
go football team.
Wow. What? Wait, I want to ask why.
Okay. Let me just say, I don't feel like he's putting himself in the best position to make moves with this team. Um, he is looking for a quarterback, but he's not willing to give up the pieces for it. And that could be personal preference or not, but I just feel like that team could be ran different. And
Yeah.
it's just my thoughts. I mean, I could be totally wrong. He could make it to Super Bowl next year, but this is just my guess. Uh, but yeah, that's just what I'm thinking right now.
And I agree with you. Like, especially with me being one of those people, he tried to lowball with Josh Allen. I didn't even want, at one point I had him on the trade embargo, him in my division. So I just recently lifted up, so he's lucky. So he better not lowball me again. He know
Mm,
what I want, and
yeah,
I'm gonna get it.
definitely. So yeah, so what did I say? The Falcons football team. I'm gonna go Jets. Same reason. The team's not really set up to win right now. Might
Yeah.
be next season, just depending on what they can do. Um, let's see, Steelers in there also, just for the same reason Otto was talking about. They could get screwed in this year's draft, and
Yeah.
they might not have too much money to spend. I can't remember exactly how much they
But they
got
also
salary.
got they got free agency to look for.
Yeah,
But
yeah, definitely.
we'll see.
Uh, but last team on that list, um, Texans. I don't feel like they have the
Ooh.
team to succeed. I mean, they do have Deshaun Watson, but they don't have any picks in this first and second round for the draft. Um, not really the team to succeed. I mean, Kenny Stills was in free agency. Who else did they get?
Yeah.
Randall Cobb isn't getting any younger. Um,
David Johnson,
David
Booth.
Johnson, Duke Johnson, Will Fuller, and Brandon Cook. Still fast, but also getting up there in age. It just depends on how he wants to utilize them. But um, yeah, those are my top five right there in no real order.
Hmm.
Bottom
All right.
five. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna start off with the top five teams that I feel like is going to do good, and I'm counting me, you, or Andy
Okay.
due
Yeah.
to us doing a podcast. So I don't want to be biased here.
Yeah. No bias.
So with the teams that, or I'm just gonna call it the teams that you should look for. I'm gonna do
Okay.
it like that.
I like that.
Number one, bro. Here's the team, the Denver Broncos. This user is very good, man. If if he came earlier this season, I'm pretty sure he would have made the playoffs. Honestly,
I got you.
him,
Yeah, I was looking at his team and it's
yeah,
pretty fucking stacked, dude. Like they got weapons on that team.
yeah,
When I played him the first time, I think it was him. I think it's the same user. When I played him the first game, it was a good game. He had me sweating. I ended up pulling through with like a one score game, but it was very yeah, he's a good user. It was nail
this
biting.
guy smoked me 31-0.
Jeez.
Damn.
Number two, the Dolphins. That one game that they had against the Buffalo Bills, me. They if they won that game, they would have most likely made the playoffs as well. Being that the
Yeah.
Patriots lost their last game of the season. So yeah, Dolphins need to be looked for. Number three, the Eagles. I feel like they will improve with this record, and they will most likely make a good playoff push this season.
Yeah,
Number
yeah, I can see that.
yeah, number four, the Saints,
Oh, okay.
and yeah,
Let
that
me
that
let
wasn't
me let
really
me
a
ask
user
you
team,
why. Yeah, let me ask you why. Being that Drew Brees might retire, what do you think they got up their sleeve?
bro. Champagne know how to finesse. I'm gonna say it like that. They
Okay,
could draft
okay.
like literally is everything in their hands. There's really good quarterbacks in this year free agency solid quarterbacks that could
Oh
get
yeah.
them through the playoffs. They also have they also have assets as being they have a 12th pick, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so trading that 12th pick for Chase Young and Cameron Jordan getting traded, I feel like Chase Young could help the team more.
Oh, definitely.
Uh, I'm gonna add two more. I'm cheating a little bit, but it's fine. The Colts, and finally, oh man, there's so many good teams though. Like
Exactly. Exactly.
I keep going down, but yeah, the Colts, Cardinals, and Giants.
Colts, Cardinals. Okay, was that your top eight?
If I wanted to do top 10, I'll add the Bears and the Titans, but
Hmm.
Okay,
it,
so let me let me go ahead and start mine, and it might be a little questionable. So let me ask you this: Did you include the Jaguars in that?
oh no.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Let me just do my top five, and then we'll get to the questioning. But I
Uh,
got for me, I'm gonna go Jaguars, um, Patriots, and it's gonna be a lot of repeat guys here, if we're not including ourselves. Um, so Jaguars, Patriots. I see them guys being definitely good, being that they solidified their team and got locked guys in for remaining years. And so Jaguars, Patriots, uh, Cowboys. See them being still
Mm.
solid. Let's see who else. Let's see. Broncos, yeah, definitely a Broncos user. Definitely was excited to see what he did this year, coming in at 10-6 on the season. I'm sorry. Uh, but yeah, they got a really good team. I'm excited to see what they do next year. Um, and coming in at my last, and this is no real order. Coming in at my last pick, I'm gonna go Eagles. I've been hearing
Oh,
really a lot of big things about this user, and I'm excited to see. I played him once in a little quick game. It wasn't really, we were just having fun, but I'm hearing really good things about this user, so that'll round out my top five.
yeah.
Nice. I
What
guess
do you
I'll
got,
give my
Andy?
top five. I'm gonna say the Bears. You know, a lot of
Mm,
confrontational things, and he told me he got something to prove. So I mean, and he's a decent user. So if he could build his team the way he wanted to, he could be a definitely a threat in the
oh, definitely
NFC.
with those four picks in the draft.
Yes, sir. And he got Barkley, so
And
he has to
yeah,
build
and
around
he's got
him.
Barkley, correct.
And I'm not going in order. I'm just gonna say whatever I see. Um, the Jaguars are definitely a good team. A lot of cap
Yeah,
space,
Jaguars.
good user, and you can only build. He could only keep building with this team, so they're gonna be dangerous. Someone to watch out. Someone I need to watch out. Another team. I want
Did
to
we
say
talk about the
Cowboys.
Bears?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got him on there.
yeah. I want to say Cowboys. You know, I feel like with that restart in after their first game got lagged out, people get discouraged or lose momentum. Well, that happened to, when we played, when we lagged out. I lost momentum. I wasn't in it, and I start making mistakes. So I think the
Definitely.
Cowboys coming next season, and with the re-sign of Dak Prescott, and that user is a pretty good user. I think he's going to be someone to watch out for again. Probably have his revenge with the Seahawks.
Nice,
So that's
nice.
gonna be a good one. And for my fourth pick, where we going? A fourth pick. I want to say the Buccaneers. He's a good user, and I feel like if he had a mobile quarterback and get rid of Tom Brady, he could be a dangerous contender in the NFC over there. He's a
Mm.
good user. He likes to be that middle linebacker, and with those two studs, I think he could make some noise and make a
So here, let me ask you this:
comeback.
if you put him on the top five of your list, do you think that they will re-sign Antonio Brown?
Good question.
Mm, knowing him, probably not.
Ooh,
But it just depends what Antonio Brown's asking, because he's only get paid 1 mil. So if he's
Yeah,
asking for like 7 mil, I could see that happening. But anything more than 10,
because he
I
was a
don't
vital
think
piece
so.
to that team this year, especially coming back from like his hiatus and nobody really knowing what he could bring to the table this year. He was a big piece of that team. So
no,
He he
definitely.
he he did use him a lot, and
yeah,
since we're talking about him, I could go talk about his stats. He had 63 receptions, 893 yards, and 10 touchdowns. So the Bucks did use him a lot.
yeah.
Nice.
So yep. And my
So,
last team. Sorry if I'm taking long. I just want to
no,
give a
you
little
good.
breakdowns. Last team. I'm just looking at everyone right now. I want to say the Browns. I feel like the Browns.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
They were making some noise. They got a good solid squad. He was beating some good users. He lost in the playoff game. Don't forget,
to the
you
Bengals.
know, yes sir. And yeah, I feel like with that team and building Baker, he could do something nice.
Wait,
The
quick
only thing
question.
is, what's up?
Off topic, why did the Bengals leave? Like, didn't they beat the
I
Jaguars or
I,
something?
I honestly think it's because we took so long to sim the
Really?
playoffs. I think he got annoyed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's my conspiracy theory. I think he
Did
just,
he express it to anybody? Like,
no, and he was just, he's one of those users that would, not really be in the chat. I think he'll just DM you, or I haven't played him, or I didn't play him. But I think he's the users, he's not vocal in the chat, and he just DMs you if he needs to play you. But not, yeah,
Yeah.
didn't really express too much on there. And I think he like forgot his password in his old Discord, and maybe this league was just moving too slow for him. But I mean, his
well,
lost, and
yeah,
that new
welcome the new
user that
user.
pick up new user, I think he resigned everyone you needed to. So it's good for
Yeah,
you.
welcome, bro. Welcome.
But yeah, the
definitely.
the Browns most definitely can make something shake with those two good
Oh,
running
if you haven't
backs.
seen yet, Seahawks just dropped a link for the stream.
Oh, this is gonna be
Um,
good.
so I think you guys want to end it right now and then just recap the Seahawks and Cowboys game tomorrow along with the Super Bowl, or do
Yeah.
you want to recap that game right now and then just do see the Super Bowl tomorrow?
We could recap the game tomorrow. We could do both. Oh, what do you mean? Oh,
You
we
want to
could re.
recap them tomorrow?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we could
we'll
recap
do
them
the
tomorrow.
recap tomorrow, and
Okay.
we'll also, if they want to join, we could also bring one of them users in
Super
here and
Bowl.
talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's. Okay, sounds good. Well, all right, guys, we're
Wait,
gonna.
before we cap it off, I want to
Yeah, go
ask two
ahead.
of
Go
y'all a
ahead.
big question.
Okay.
What has been the surprising team this year, in y'all two opinion?
Mm. I'll let you go ahead first, Andy.
Surprising team.
Yeah,
I'll give you two things. I'll give you a surprising team and a surprising user. A
yeah.
surprising team is I gotta talk about the Panthers. That
Mm.
team,
Mhm.
you know, really only got Christian McCaffrey there, and you really utilize him and
Hey,
do what you can do because
what can
he's
I say?
your target, and you
Yeah,
make moves to buff up that defense. So that's a team that I really I
I
wouldn't personally
appreciate that.
choose. Yeah,
I like that you didn't you I didn't go unnoticed this year. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Of course, like when you played, I mean, you blew me out, and when you played other people, like when you lose, you don't lose by more than by a one possession game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you play smart.
yeah, for sure.
And a surprising user that I really didn't know. I guess I gotta say, the Pats user took me by surprise.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, so that's why I was gonna go with that. Most surprising team this year was either to me Pats or Jaguars. Being that the Pats barely scraped by in the wild card and kind of just did their thing, just taking care of the Bills and the Chiefs in the playoffs, and then now they're in the Super Bowl. Look at them. Um, and then also the Jaguars. We didn't expect
yeah,
this team to be that great, especially being with their like how their offense is set up with Gardner
yeah,
Minshew. We've seen how he's been, um, and let me just say, I feel like these two teams are definitely going to be one of the two, or let's just say the top two teams. I'm gonna just say that like in this upcoming league. Um, Pats got lucky on that onside kick, but they set up, they were there. They made the
yeah,
dance and they proved their chances, and now they might take this Super Bowl. Um, but I feel like these two are the top two lead teams in the league, and they were the most surprising to me, especially where they landed at in the playoffs. Jaguars had to take on the Ravens, Pats had to take on the dangerous Bills, um, but
yeah.
they did their thing. What about you, Otto?
Uh, surprising team has to
Yeah.
be, in my opinion, it has to be. I have to go with you, the Carolina Panthers. Didn't really expect it from
Oh, okay, okay.
you, but when I really knew that you was legit, like a real deal, was when you beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Most definitely. I would put the Jaguars as a surprising team, but I don't really think it's the team that done it. I think it was a user. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna go off the list of teams that didn't make the playoffs, and I'm gonna go surprising a user Denver Broncos.
okay, yeah. The Broncos were very talented.
Y'all,
Yeah,
y'all
And
keep talking about his team. Let me go check him out.
yeah,
He's
go
in my
check them out,
division.
man.
You got
Just
me over
check
here
out that
sweating.
roster.
he was very impressive, man. Like very impressive. He played very good. Damn near almost made the playoffs if the Patriots if the Patriots was they lost their last game of the season, it was like a three-way tie. The Patriots
Yeah,
having more points for than the Broncos. So
yeah, for
I
sure.
believe what is like determined the tie? What the problem was the Patriots was second in my division.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
that's what it was. Okay, I see how it is. So yeah, the Broncos damn near almost made the playoffs. So I'm gonna go with that user being very underrated in my opinion.
Yeah,
Nice.
definitely some teams to look at. You users, you know, thanks. I mean, we can end it right there. I think that was a good spot to end it on.
Yeah, and the
Um,
Super Bowl is on, guys. Don't forget, tune in,
yeah,
bro.
go
Tune
check
in.
out
This
that
is
Super
about to be
Bowl.
good.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
wow, look, as we seen right now, the wide receiver just most won the secondary, Alshon Jeffrey.
Ooh,
Wow.
damn, gonna
Okay,
have to
this is
check
gonna
that
be a
out.
good game.
But all right, guys, we're gonna end the podcast right there. Thanks for joining us. Hope you guys
Thank
had
y'all.
fun.
Thanks,
Um,
guys.
from me, Andy, and Otto, this was the Madden Lab. Um, all right, guys. See y'all later.